In order to do job archive, we would go to the job archive icon in the courtroom list, and it brings up whatever's not yet archived,
Yes.
and you just select. You can select selectively
Yeah.
by clicking on one and then holding down the control key and clicking on the others that you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to make sure that include audio. Well, include audio is included by default. I have include voice data selected. That is not necessary. But if you want to be able to do correction mechanism on the job, you want to be able to save it.
Okay.
So you can choose to save the voice data or not. It's just to save your Dragon DRA file for correction.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and click on archive.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh, let me cancel this because I didn't even bother to say browse and where do I want this, because where I want it is always on my external hard drive,
Mm-hmm.
which for me is K. And then I have, I guess I need to create an archive folder for 2024. So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to put it in a folder, you have to create the folder at the time or before you archive. If you move an archive into a folder after you archive, you are shooting yourself in the foot.
Mm.
You cannot move the job after you have archived. It has to stay
Okay.
where it is. If you put it in a subfolder, then SpeechCat will not be able to find it.
Mm.
So it's really important that wherever you put it is where you want it to live.
Okay.
And it's going to do its little ditty, and then it's going to come up and say archive complete. And that's how you're going to know everything is
Okay.
okay.
I've got that down, and then I would come back and I would delete. So when you go up there to file, where you see move to history, my button is very light. Like it won't let me click on it. It's like it's closed out.
Move to history.
Uh-huh.
It won't let me do it right now because I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of an archive. But I'll check that in a minute.
Okay. And then I also noticed on that file list, not that I need it at this point, but the real time two options were also grayed out like the history.
There's an ability to copy as well. What that
Okay.
means is, let's say you wanted to make an archive and a copy. Well, the copy, like some people will put their copy up on a file server like Google Drive or Dropbox or iCloud or whatever. So they'll do the copy first and they'll copy it up there and then they'll write it to the external hard drive for the
Okay.
archive. So that's just something that you need to know that you can do if you want to do it.
Okay.
Not everybody wants to make two copies, and that's totally cool. But for those people that do, you must make the copy first because when you do the archive, it removes it from the hard drive at that point. So you can't make a copy after you archive.
Okay. Okay.
Move to history is something we've never had for Courtroom List. Courtroom List has always been a running list of all courtroom activity
Okay.
that can be archived but not moved to history because it's a living thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you may always have to go back to one of these cases because there's multiple cases in each one.
Okay.
Or that's the whole idea of Courtroom.